Manager in training.
No,
In
Steven,
training.
with everything you're learning for real, I'm not kidding around. This is extremely important stuff that you're learning. You could be anything.
No, but
For real.
Stephen, in the last 4 months now, you weren't there 4 months ago. I think you're in another.
No, but just
level.
just the business knowledge, the stuff we talk about. Okay.
Oh right.
So Gabriel, thank you for joining us. Jeff, as always, a pleasure. We're here to help you out, guys, real estate brokers, mortgage brokers, anybody that's in business, by sharing what we do and how we grow and what we did to grow and what we keep on doing. That's the main goal here. So if you have any questions, comments, you want to participate, please feel free. We want you to participate. We don't want to just talk about us, but get to learn.
And also, if you have topics or things that you want
Yeah.
to talk about, don't hesitate to share. We'll be up pleasure to share our experience or have a discussion about it.
So Gabriel, we want to talk about the differences between weekend and weekdays as a self-employed individual. How do we see that? What's your opinion of that? Why do we want to talk about it?
I think in the brokerage world, mortgage like real estate is he's already ready. I love it. It takes to us one sentence for him to jump on the opportunity. But as a broker, basically, and just an entrepreneur in general, we there's a big misconception on the weekend itself. And is it really to rest, or is it to organize, to start coming up with a strategy, or is it just to be on the road all day? So a lot of views on that point. But I'm gonna let Mr. Master here tell us what he
no.
thinks.
This is interesting. So,
Yeah.
Master,
Yeah.
I will never say it.
oh, you
I have
called me
to-
boss,
Call me- I'm out.
Master Mellor.
Don't do that second
You know what I want to be
one.
called? You know what I want to be called? A
We're live, it's
doctor,
him.
doctorate, Dr. Mellor.
Yeah, sure.
I have a doctorate in real estate.
We have a doctorate in
Okay, so
strictness.
I think the weekend is one day that you may want to take some time in the beginning, especially if you're trying to build something, where maybe you spend a few hours doing something to recharge or just nothing. And one thing I didn't say, and I don't think I shared this with both of you, but that when I was a broker, I made it a point not to work on Saturday. Now that doesn't mean that I never worked on Saturday, but I was truly trying to not book things on Saturdays, which back then was a big important day in real estate, because it wasn't like today where you can go pretty much any time, any day, and all the communication with the internet.
Why
Because I had my kids and I wanted to spend time with them, and they had usually soccer or practice or something on Saturdays. So for me, it was always important to be with my family. So it's possible. I made a point to try to book everything during the week, and to be with my family and kids at least one day out of the week. Now, Sundays, I usually worked and did my open houses. But today I look back and I didn't know what I know today. If I had to do it again, I would spend more time at work just to get the thing going and to build it and to just get that momentum, because it's the more if you do the rest pause kind of approach where you work a bit and you take time off, and the normal Monday to Friday and the weekends off. And when I say weekends, I don't actually mean Saturday and Sunday. I just mean you work in 5 days, 2 days off, 5 days, 2 days off. That's just not a good rhythm to grow something.
I think the weekday slash the weekend it's kind of a work employee mentality.
That's right.
And the work.
So well said.
We've been used to it, right? You come into work and then on Friday it's nice.
I deserve a break.
I deserve a break, so I take my Saturday and Friday off. I my Saturday and Sunday off. So as an entrepreneur, you kind of
It's about the result.
It's all about results.
It's not about I worked hard, I need a break. It's about what did I achieve so that I'm entitled to that break. So I'll ask Gabriel, because you were an employee before, you became a broker, you were self-employed. What's your point on that?
I think that if you go into the brokerage world coming from a 9 to 5, it's extremely dangerous, because you will believe that the weekend is the time off and it's time to take a break. But
the weekend entitlement.
Exactly. Yeah. But this entitlement, we have to be really careful, because at the end of the day, when you think like an entrepreneur, you're going to realize that yes, I will work, or I'll have to work 7 days a week to keep up the momentum and so on. However, the types of breaks I'll be able to take afterwards are not going to be 2 days here, 2 days there, because you're going to have the freedom of having either a team working for you or financially free and so on. That's the goal. It's not, oh, I can't wait for the weekend. Yeah, but then what? Then you restart the same cycle the next week. And what's your end game? What's the goal?
Yeah.
People with 9 to 5s don't have, I feel, end games or goals. Entrepreneurs have to. No, but it's true. It's the easy way out when you think about it.
But
it's not a bad thing.
No,
but
it's just their goals is different.
No,
Not
it's not a
necessarily.
goal.
It's they want
approach.
stability, but
That's
they
right.
don't want a long-term freedom, let's say, instead of short-term freedom.
They get the security of having that pay every week or every second week.
Yeah.
It's that's the goal is not to actually build something. It's or lead. Or,
Kevin O'Leary said that the salary is the drug they give you to make you forget about your dreams.
I love that.
And it's completely true. It's nothing bad with it. Some people that's just who they are. But at the same time, because I'm answering your question, if you're coming from a 9 to 5 to then jump in something that's more entrepreneur, you can't have a mentality. You have to literally hook off that drug.
And think of it too this other way. I like to when I meet new brokers or when we talk about that, and I say, what's your goal? And they tell me whatever the number is, but at a high number, $250, $500, $1 million in your business as revenue. And then they say, well, I wish to do that in 40 hours. Now, if that was so easy, then you would think that the average salary in Canada, for most people, they work 37 and a half to 40 hours. What's the average salary? I think it's 40 to 50 some thousand.
52,000.
Something, yeah.
So if that's the average for that kind of work, well, why would you expect at 40 hours a week to have 250? Or it's not that simple. So you gotta, the work is necessary. The amount of time you spend is going to be necessary. And there's always someone else that's going to want to outwork you or will outwork you. The great quote from Mark Cuban that I read. Remember, Jeff?
Yep. Do you want to find it?
What does it say? What does he say?
Work like there's somebody that's working 24 hours a day to take everything away from you.
Exactly. So
There you
well
go.
said. Work like there's someone working 24 hours a day to try to take it all away from you. And it's true. Because it's not, especially in real estate, you're not building rockets here. You don't need this technical information or data. It's just who's out working, who's getting more visibility, who's more available. And so there you go.
Absolutely.
So that weekend relationship, weekdays mentality's got to go out the window, or else you're just going to not have a pleasant business experience or quality at all in the business.
Absolutely. Steven, do we have questions or comments from our friends online?
Joanna is asking if you work on the weekend, do you still get up at the same time, or do you push your sleep? Do you sleep in a bit?
So thank you for your question, Joanne. So Joanne is asking on the weekends, do you still wake up at the same time and or you take some time to recuperate, I guess, and sleep in?
Is this directed at someone specific here?
No, well, I would say Gabriel. What about you?
Let's share, because you have a very stiff, let's call it military discipline with not for everything, but for your waking up and
He wakes up to relax.
Yeah, it's true. But I think for me it is imperative to actually wake up at the exact same time 7 days a week. Because it's true. I don't know why you're laughing for once, but I would say, because if the question is really directed into to actually recuperate, should we sleep in more, right, as you said, and so on. I've actually tried that a few times in my life. I wake up at 3 a.m. every single day, which for a lot of people is insane, but it's really just a question of discipline and routine. But the few times that I said, oh, you know what, I went to bed really late, or oh, we just came back from a wedding. Okay, the next day I'll wake up at 7 or 8 a.m. and it's a weekend, why not? It took me about 4 or 5 days to readjust, to be able to get back to my 3 a.m. I felt like complete garbage for those 5 days, not productive, not working well, not in the right mindset. So how much are you actually recuperating if you're sleeping in? That's my point. So since that point, it's 3 a.m. no matter what.
What about you, Jeff? What's your routine like?
My routine is pretty much the same. I wake up every day at the same time. So
8 o'clock.
It's been years last time I woke up at 8 o'clock.
No, I don't think there's
It's-
nothing
so,
wrong with the
I don't-
actual
so
waking up time.
I don't wake up at 3 like Gabriel, but
No.
I wake up. My alarm is at 4:45, but it takes me 15 minutes to. So at 5 a.m. I'm up, and I move more forward with my day. But that's been for years. Probably like at least 15 years I've been on that cycle.
See, for me, the weekend, the weekday thing, it's so important that we talk about this is more in the sense of to try to differentiate from the doing part of the job that you need to do, the action taken, just the employee you versus the strategic planning, business leader. So there's two components. So the Monday to Friday is the execution. In my opinion, that's not the time to start reflecting on strategies and overanalyzing everything. It's just to execute a lot because you need to do a lot. The weekend, and again, I go back to the weekend, is not necessarily Saturday, Sunday. It's more about 2 days out of the 7 that should be more strategically based days. So it's not the doing, it's not the meeting people. It's just reflecting and looking at the strategy and thinking.
That's the thinking.
Sounds weird to say, but thinking about what could we do, what could I do, and being the creative part of things.
I love thinking.
And
Yeah.
one thing we talked about in the French version that we didn't seem to mention here is it's the reviewing, because Gabriel was mentioning that it is important to still review your day to day and to make sure that you're not deviating on what's the game plan.
I think it's not the right word, could be review maybe, but I call it tracking, just logging the information and then reviewing it on one day of the week.
Yep.
What we do every Monday, we review, we go over everything of the previous week and where we're going, what the goals are we aligned with it, did we hit the targets, are we maybe working on emergencies during the week that we shouldn't have. It's to just keep the whole thing realigned. So that's where the review takes place. But I don't think reviewing every day, tracking.
It's more the tracking, I guess.
But reviewing and contemplating, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? The strategic stuff, I suggest you do not. And I think that's where a lot of people go off track. It's just they start overthinking, doubting what they're doing because they're not seeing the result. But if you plan stuff, you don't see the result right away. You got to wait a long time. So that's why the execution Monday to Friday or 5 days a week.
Yes.
You got to be executing in a massive amount of way.
Fantastic.
Gabriel, tell me more about the brokers and how most, because you meet a lot of brokers every day. What's their typical split, if any?
A lot of them actually don't have a split. Something that we do work on through the boot camp to establish an actual schedule, not just a routine for your day to day, but an actual weekly
meditation. Let's all take a moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's all
to
take a
reflect.
moment. And
I think it's important. My wedding ring? What do you want me to show my wedding ring?
no, are you saying that
You're hiding your face, I guess.
I don't know what you're saying.
My wife is there.
Oh,
Maria.
I love the signal.
Screens everything.
It's good. She keeps me focused and on track.
So
You know,
Maria, by the way, it's announced that he'll be working 7 days. So we will be working 7 days a week for the next 3 months, and then he will take 2 weeks off. So you guys can take it upon.
But I think, Maria, if you're still there, please don't leave. But maybe comment.
Please don't leave me.
Don't leave me. Don't hear me out. I think my wife, Maria, would love, and I'm not kidding. I'm dead serious. I think she would love for me to do these bursts. And then we take 2 weeks off and we go somewhere, and because she would have my full attention versus having me at home on a Saturday afternoon when my mind's preoccupied with something else or business, because I know I can't reach the goal if I'm not all in and if I'm not paying attention because there's someone else outworking me. Maria, if you're still there, if you want to
She agrees
see, I'm not kidding.
with capital letters.
With
See?
capital letters.
That's right.
There you
That's
go.
right. Because she knows that she doesn't want to be in the same place in 3 months, in a year, in 2. We want to grow. We want to progress. We want to
I
evolve.
like that.
Financially, spiritually, everything. It's about growth. All this is about growth. That's the damn. It's not damn. But that's the show. That's why we want to share these things with you, because you need to hear this. Hey, Jeff, you came up with you told me this, and I realized, Gabriel, I didn't know this. We're the only actual
Yes.
podcast, video, whatever.
We're the only live show online in
Yeah.
Canada about real estate every single day.
So-
We're the only one.
So participate. Tell us what you want us to talk about. What you want us to share. What do you guys have to share about how to you grew your business or you're growing your business? What your challenges are. That's why we're here.
It's
As
beautiful.
Gabriel pauses and ponders and reflects.
Reflection.
He's meditating.
It's
He's
an art.
meditating.
It's an art.
So no, but again, the week thing, the vacation thing. This is an institutionalized thing. It was created by I don't know who came up with this, but this is for
Geniuses.
This is for
No, for real. That's why.
industrial employees, miners. I don't know, but it's got nothing to do with if you're trying to build a business. There's no rhythm of 5 work days of 40 hours a week and then 2 days of vacation. It's just it won't work.
Well, it's the employee mentality versus the entrepreneur mentality.
Get that out of your head if you're an independent contractor, because it's just not going to work.
No.
You'll never achieve your goal with a 9 to 5 on a Monday to Friday. It's impossible.
It is impossible.
Impossible. And if that's what you want, go back to being an employee. Speaking of which, we're looking for employees in every department. So if you're looking for a job, and on top of it, if you have real estate experience, even better.
Even better.
We need what? We need marketing.
So marketing, the department, finance, administration, sales. So all departments. If you're looking for something
Yeah.
and you want to grow as a group, as an individual, as a
It's fun. It's fun to be part of
It
a
is
team. You don't have all this stress and pressure of the 7-day thing or the more than 40 hours a week. It's not for everybody.
That's right.
Like my dream of playing in the NHL.
It's
never
not
going to
for
happen.
It will never happen.
Even if I thought I was going to play it.
Even if you put the urgency, the massive action, the
ain't gonna
frequency,
happen.
you know,
It's
you
not
won't
meant
get
for me with my stick legs. So do we have any...
The little legs.
You want to show the legs?
Oh,
The sticks, baby. Gabriel calls them the wooden sticks. I'm like,
You gotta work out the legs. You gotta do some squats.
Well, speaking of, I was telling him earlier, I got a new program which
Oh.
works out the legs twice a week. So maybe
Very
my
good.
stick legs are gonna develop.
Very good.
If I do what?
We can finally see some progress.
I'll be in this summer. I'm gonna be wearing booty shorts. You'll see the legs. Stephen, do we have anybody that would like to see my legs or?
He puts down his hand.
Oh, let's see what he's talking to us.
Liam is saying you'll never grow unless you learn new skills, and the weekend is the time to learn the new skills.
Liam, perfect comment there. Jeff, what did Liam say?
So you will never have what? Sorry, Liam. So Liam was saying that. Can you repeat?
To grow, you need to learn new skills.
So to grow, you need to learn new skills. So the weekend is a good moment to learn those new skills. That's what you're saying. That's what Liam's saying. Thank you very much, Liam.
Thank
He just messaged back. He means if you're constantly working, then you'll never have the time to learn the new skills.
Oh,
Beautiful.
I like
If you're
that.
constantly working, doing the doing, you will never learn new things and then thus not ever grow. It's beautiful. We'll end with that unless we have anything else to
No,
add,
we
guys.
will end on that. No,
So,
we're good.
huh?
No, we're good.
So thank you everybody for participating. Tomorrow we'll see you at the Westmount office. Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you very much.